What's up, everybody? It's the Common Sense Investor coming at you with another video. And in this video, I got an email from a subscriber that was really important that I felt I wanted to share with y'all, because after I read it, I messaged Miss Rose about the email and what it had to say. So I'm going to cover that email and the message that I sent to Rose with all of y'all. But first, let me say this. To the YouTuber who called in Mr. Catella's honor and integrity in fighting for this case and for the shareholders, man, how dare you? How dare you? It's been my experience. I know to file a notice. Well, then maybe you ought to be running the case. All right? Don't be calling that man's integrity into question. He has been fighting for Rose tooth and nail. We've read every document that he's put out there. If you don't understand why he didn't do something, that's your fault, young man. All right? So on to the letter. Chancery Daily suggested, all right, here we go again. Somebody who's not a part of the case is going to give a suggestion. However, the difference here is Chancery Daily is a member of the Delaware Bar, and she's a consistent court reporter of all the cases that go on in the Chancery Court, all right? So her suggestion bears a little weight here as far as I'm concerned, instead of somebody that's on YouTube who's going to tell us about all his experience, and he knows better than Mr. Catella, all right? But anyway, Chancery Daily suggested that Rose Izzo will have a harder time, but if a new shareholder who sent in objections other than just the two Rose did, a new appeal could be sent arguing the objections of the new person. What is the writer saying? She's telling me that a member of the Delaware Bar, all right, has suggested that Rose's lawyer is backed into a corner and can only fight the two objections that Rose brought before the court. However, if Mr. Catella was to take on a new objector, then he could use those objections in his appeals as well. It's a pretty damn good idea. Very good chance. We appreciate you giving us that suggestion. So what I done was I messaged Miss Rose and I said this. Let me make sure. Yeah, let me finish reading it. It says, would Catella consider taking on a case of another shareholder as well, where he can fight the additional objections we sent in objecting to the settlement? It would get the status quo in and new terms to fight besides only the limited ones that Rose has set out. All right, set forth. Same thing I said earlier is, for example, in my case, I've texted Miss Rose and I said, hi, Miss Rose, sorry to bother you, because people, they have a strategy and you don't want to interject things into their strategy, but this was important, I felt. But I got an email from a subscriber telling me that Chancery Daily, a member of the Delaware Bar, stated that Mr. Catella is backed into a corner, forced to stand by your two main objections. However, if he took on the case of another objector, then he would widen the scope of the objections he could use in the appeal. If this is in fact the case and Mr. Catella is interested, I will hire him to take up my 4 objections as well. This would give him greater grounds to stand on. If not, that is fine. I also I was asked to ask you if we could help in your legal fees. If you would like assistance with this, let me know ASAP and I will get started on a GoFundMe to help with your legal fees. This too could be a good strategy. I don't want to tell you why it's a good strategy. Yeah, I will. This too could be a good strategy in that it could be argued that we put more than our signatures or objections on paper, that hundreds and possibly even thousands of shareholders are standing beside you both in spirit and in pocketbook. So that's what I wrote Miss Izzo concerning that. Now, if Mr. Catella says, that's a wonderful idea, and decides to go with that, great. If he says, nah, it's not really the direction I want to go, we're strong enough in these right here, we're good to go, then that's his decision, people. and I trust him. Either way the cut goes, if you want to take me on and you can, and I won't even get involved. That ain't none of my business. Once you hire them, you turn it over to them. I don't tell the doctor how to do the operation. Feel me? All right, so that's all I got with that right there. I'll be waiting back from a response from Miss Izzo. Not everybody is a 1 o'clock in the morning kind of person. So with that, I love y'all. Be blessed. I'm fixing to go over here to this document that she filed into the Chancery Court that explained to this YouTuber, if he would have took the chance to listen and read the document, he'd know why Mr. Catella filed it early. But I'll show y'all in the next video. With that, love y'all. Be blessed, and I'll see you then.